Hello everyone, this is Brad from Pool to Spa Services back again to give hopefully a good tip on how to take care of your pool and spa. Today's theme is color blindness. So if you're like me and 8% of all males on the planet, you have some form of color blindness, and when it comes to water testing, a lot of it is matching colors. So the chlorine and pH are extremely difficult for me just because they're different shades of red. So uh, it's almost impossible for me to get it right. And there are a few ways around it. So today we're going to go over that quickly. I do have a helper that's going to help me while I dictate. I got to give my helper something to do. So we'll get my helper Pat in here. So, hey Pat. Could you quit taking selfies and come make yourself useful, please? Thank you. All right. So I'm going to hand it over to Pat, and I will dictate while he demonstrates what to do. As you can see, when it comes to matching chlorine or pH, it's all these different shades of red, which just tough for some people. Even people that can see good, they still get it wrong. So the one option for pool professional would be to just get yourself a device that you take a sample, plop it in the machine, put your reagents in, and then it shines a light through it and it tells you what it is. So that's the easiest, but this is a couple $100. It works really well. It's lasted a year and a half to 2 years now, I think, and still no problems. But like anything, especially when it comes to pH, if it seems weird or just not right, do it again, as John from Pool to Spa would say. Shout out to John. So, yeah, this works great. That's what I would do if you're a professional. If you're a homeowner, well, then you're left with probably using strips or this thing. So strips and this are equally difficult to match the colors. So with pH, you're just going to be kind of out of luck. But as far, at least with chlorine, there's a way that you can get kind of close. Especially if chlorine is super high, because this test only tells you up to 10, and then you just say it's like 10 plus. But what does that mean? That could mean 50, and so that's just not good. So the way to do that is to use the DPD test instead of the drops. You're going to use this powder and this different reagent, which is a little different than the number 2 that you're used to. So start off with a water sample. You're going to fill this big vial, not the little one, and you're going to want to go up to the first line, which is a 10. So you can see I'm a little over. So all you do is just kind of go like that. I did too much. So you just kind of keep flicking it like that until you're about there. So I'm about there. So now you just take 2 scoops of this. You got to try and keep this dry. So 1 level scoop and 2. That's it. Now, if there's chlorine in the water, it should turn pink, which to me is still a little difficult to see, but I can tell it kind of turned color a little bit. There's not much chlorine in this water. And you just swirl it. Now, if you filled it up to that line, that means each one of these drops is going to equal half a part per million. So 2 drops is 1 part per million. So you just kind of keep swirling it until it goes clear. That was 3 drops, so that's 1.5 on chlorine. Again, what's nice about this is if, say, you're super high in chlorine, you just keep going and counting, then you know exactly where your chlorine is. So that's basically it. Again, strips and that are hard to match colors, but at least with chlorine you can do this and get it right instead of guessing, just like we did on the CYA stabilizer cyanuric acid, whatever you want to call it, test, the dilution test, that we could get to the bottom of what it really is. So that's all, folks. Thank you.